Hey, welcome to Intriguing Investments with Mike. Today we're gonna be looking at the ticker symbol FB to company named Facebook, owned by Mark Zuckerberg. So I'm pretty sure we all have heard of him. Really young, really amazing, and has built this growth company called Facebook, the FB. So these are some of the companies he owns, controls, some of his most notable companies that he has. So he acquired Instagram, he has WhatsApp, he has Messenger. So all of these companies are very popular. And in a second, I'm going to show you some statistics as well as kind of how the company has been performing in 5 days, 6 months, and 1 year. These companies right here are really amazing, and these are just some of the companies he owns. I mean, those alone are amazing. Facebook Messenger, all of those, Instagram. But he also owns Facebook, which we all know. Anyway, so he has control of a lot of the advertisement or social media advertisement space, at least platforms to actually do the advertising on. And Google has like the ads, advertisements, things like that, connections, that type of stuff. So if you could own both of those companies, you would just have like control of majority of the advertisement and space and things like that, which is growing massively. So I think this is a very great company. And also in a second, I'm going to show you the intrinsic value and things like that. And this company is undervalued, and that is just really amazing that you're getting this growth that even when it's undervalued. Okay, so in 5 days, it's down 1.55%, so it hasn't really moved. In 6 months, up 49% plus, and in 1 year, it's up 43% plus. Honestly, it is time for these value stocks to rise. I did a previous video on NEO, and NEO was up massively in every one of these time intervals. I mean, that is one of the most growth stocks that you can possibly find. Those EV stocks, all those growth stocks, the SPAC stocks, EV stocks, all of them, they're just so high growth. They're all really just too hyped, and I feel like these value stocks, these undervalued great companies like Facebook that were considered a growth stock, and now day after day, week after week, you know, it's losing popularity. If we look on Yahoo Finance, the past 2 weeks and the past couple of months has been kind of down as far as people looking at the company, and I like it when people are fearful of a company because I will be very greedy. I have no problem with being greedy. So and NEO wasn't up just 5%, but in 1 year it was up like 1,500% plus. I can't remember exactly on it, but it was some massive crazy number. Value mid-cap stocks and small cap stocks are ready for lift off. I also did a previous video on top 50 most shorted companies, and it was a lot of companies that were small cap and mid-cap companies, okay? So for a long time, their stock has been as still as a rock, as well as companies like Apple. So it's like all these great companies, Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, have just been down, not exactly down, but you know, just have been steady. Some of them took a little dip, but they've just been steady. And I think that is okay. I think that makes sense because over the past year, those companies were up. Over the past year, those companies and this company has been up pretty massively, and so Apple's up about 100%. So yeah, it does need some time to like just settle down, retain its value, and let it like just settle down a little bit. But then after a while, the growth will come back to these amazing growth companies, and so will the proper popularity. So now let's just get into the next slide. So this slide, I just want to show you, in this slide, I just want to show you some statistics. So we'll see what Facebook is the most this is statistics from Statistica, I believe, and this is most popular social networks worldwide as of July 2020, ranked by number of active users in millions. So Twitter was the one down there. I couldn't get it. So Pinterest, Snapchat, barely anything. We have TikTok up there, but not all the way up there. Instagram up there, not all the way up there. We have WeChat. We have Facebook Messenger, we have WhatsApp, and YouTube right below Facebook. So Facebook is number one. And also, I want to tell you that technology brings people close together, not further apart. In a separate video, I will talk about that more for you guys. So we just want to look at some more statistics because that is something we need to look at on apps that have social media. We want to see exactly how much of a retention rate do these people have, how many more people are going to that platform. Is it really dominant? We want dominant influence so we can have dominant influencers and dominant payers so we can make lots of money. So the number of social media users worldwide from 2017 to 2025, so that's what we have here. This is in billions. So we have projected growth every single year. In 2020, 3.6, in 2021, 3.78. So that is actually pretty good. I think that is a pretty good growth rate. But when you compare it to what it looks like in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, it seems to have grown a little bit more. So I think this is pretty accurate. I think we're going to see more growth, therefore a growing stock price. So I just want to look at one more statistic. This is the number of monthly active Facebook users worldwide as of second quarter 2020. So you can see that it has just grown massively. This is in the millions. It just has grown massively. So it looks like social media is growing, and I still believe it's going to continue to, especially Facebook. So everything increased. I mean, what more can you ask for? Everything increased. I mean, I would go to the balance sheet, but the balance sheet is too pretty. Your toes shouldn't be in there. I mean, it's just really beautiful. You shouldn't be looking at that. You know, that's really good. Also, I just want to tell you that the analysts love this company. They have a 1.8 out of 2 for a buy on Yahoo Finance. The analyst price targets, they have 47 price analysts doing price targets. The current price is trading at right now is $265.93, and the average price target is $291.55, with a low of $120 and with a high of $336. So we're not the only ones loving this. A lot of other people are loving this. So also look at the stock price. You can see where it took dips. It took dip in like in the middle of 2019, around 2019, not in the middle, 2019, and then we saw the dip like the first couple months of 2020. And so this company has just increased their stock price. It's been up pretty massively from in the whole time, but it's just been up pretty massively. So disclaimer, nothing in this video is financial advice, but I mean everything I see right here is cool beans. It's amazing. I teach my mom about that. She's always saying cool beans. I say how old it is. It's cool beans. I mean everything looks pretty cool, amazing. We're not seeing massive growth like 100% growth with Neo and how we saw with Tesla. Not that much growth. I mean this company is already a growth company. They've already proven themselves. We just wanted it to not retain its value like gold does, but actually grow our value. And it seems like this company is really good. Now we're going to be looking at some more in-depth things, not just growth predictions and just looking at all the things that happened in the past. We want to look at the future of this company. Is the future bright? Is it really going to grow? That was just trying to see if this platform is really growing, if it's really going to grow. So we see that right now it's undervalued, trading at 3.4% below the estimate of its fair value. It is a growth company that also has a pretty bright future. It has a bright value. It has a great health, and the past of this company has been amazing. The earnings are forecasted to grow about 20% per year, which is beating the stock market if we just look at that. And the earnings grew 37.8% over the past year. I think we'll see a number in between those two numbers for the earnings growth. And so therefore, I feel like we can get a 18%, a 20% return year over year with this company, no doubt. Okay, no doubt. I think it's gonna do that for at least the next 5 years. So we look at the ownership breakdown. How many insiders actually own this company? So we have 14.7%. That's how much the insiders own of this company. The general public at about 18%. Institutions, they love this company with 67.4%. And this is a time where we can clarify that they're right about this company. They're right about this stock. It's amazing, great management, great everything. Okay, I'm surprised Warren Buffett hasn't just gotten on this stock really quickly. So it's pretty amazing. Next thing we want to look at is kind of the earnings to revenue, kind of how that's growing, and it seems like it is going to be growing with the revenue. Hopefully one day they'll be able to get the revenue growing a lot just like the earnings growing a lot just like the revenue, which they do. They have great margins. I mean, I'm just talking about increasing it even more and more, increasing their profit margins even more and more, which they have done, which is great. Okay, so now we see their flawless balance sheet. So they have short-term to long-term. You can see their financial position. So they have almost no liabilities, almost nothing compared to their assets. So this company seems like they hate debt. Like they must really hate it, or they just don't need to take a lot of it to grow, which is amazing. Now I don't like companies and CEOs who exactly hate debt, but I think this is more of them just having a lot of money and really no debt because they don't have to have that much, which is amazing. It's a-okay, and I really do love it. I really do like that. So the next thing I want to look at is the share price to the fair value, because we know Apple overvalued, Tesla overvalued, Shopify overvalued, a lot of companies are overvalued and have high growth. Does this company have moderate growth at a great value? Well, it does. But remember that quote from Warren Buffett, he would rather a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company, I think a fair company at a wonderful price. So this company is a fair company at a fair price. I'm not going to call it a wonderful company just because the earnings are not growing like a lot of the growth stocks we see nowadays. So it is growing about 20%, which is amazing, but I mean, I just say fair company at a fair price. So what is this? For me, I say that it's between a hold and a buy, okay? If I was an analyst, I would put hold to a buy. That is kind of what I think about this company, and I think that is a great estimate of what you should do if you come across this company. You should either hold it if you have it already, or probably buy it if you don't have it already. Now, I wouldn't start a major position in this company. I mean, it's not going to be major growth. It's not that much of a growth company anymore, but it's amazing that we're getting this growth at this price, which is pretty amazing. So all this is very attractive. Like it's very beautiful. Like you can hang around with it a little bit, you can play with it a little bit, but not exactly a buy yet. So I have to agree with those analysts. I said they had a 1.8 out of 2 would buy. I think those analysts are exactly pinpoint correct on the future of this company. So for more stock reviews, make sure to subscribe to my main channel, Intriguing Investors with Maya. On my main channel, I do many videos on some many great stocks. I get complaints for just having so many videos. Not exactly complaints, but a lot of people are telling me how many videos I create. But anyways, I do like to give a lot of videos, a lot of value. I'm on YouTube like all the time, so feel free to comment down below when you subscribe and hit the like button. So make sure to subscribe for more and hit the like button, as well as comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. So the next thing I just want to show you, the last thing, is that make sure to subscribe to my channel, Devalue Potential. On that channel, we do videos on undervalued growth stocks, quick 5-minute stock reviews on undervalued growth stocks. So make sure to subscribe to that channel for more. Also, that channel has 25 subscribers now, so that is not exactly correct. And I do many quick videos on undervalued growth stocks, sometimes dividend stocks. It depends. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you did, you are truly epic, and I'm very grateful for you and what you have done. Thank you so much. Goodbye, and see you tomorrow.